Fort Worth Memories Museum in groups. It is Monday, see if it connected up. We worked on this thing. Scott came down here yesterday. Yeah, it connected up. Now I just need to find out which camera goes to which. We added new cameras, and so hold on, let me get connected up here on everything. Okay. So we've expanded the studio by a bunch. Marilyn's in, Aaron's in, Brittany's in. Okay, let me figure out. I forgot how you told me to, which cameras. Let's see what that camera does. That's me. Now what camera is that? Is that camera? Nope. Is it that camera? Yep. There's a camera. There's a camera. That one is. That's camera 2. That's camera 3. Where is that camera at? Oh, I see it. That's a little one. Camera 4. Camera 5 doesn't work yet. We're working on it. Okay. Let me get Okay, so it's raining. It's going to rain all day. It's 100% chance. It's rain for tomorrow, some. It's ridiculous. It's going to rain all day. It's 100% chance. It's rain. And that one is picture in a picture. Okay. So I've got. How many screens do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. But we've condensed a lot of this stuff down. Let me see if I can do the sponsors the way that he showed me. Where are the sponsors? I don't know how to make the sponsors work, Scott. You said it would be up in the top corner. I don't think the sponsors are hooked up yet. But my chats are on here right in front of me, so I can see that. Marilyn said good morning. Aaron said good morning. I said good morning. Okay. I just can't find the sponsors. Robert's in. So Thursday is, we're going to find out all we wanted to know about Joe T. Garcia's because we'll have Lanny Landcart and his daughter Kelly. Kelly runs all of the promotions and the advertising and all of that. We're going to have Hal J, and we are going to have Haywood. So I'm going to have to adjust these cameras accordingly, because there's going to be 4, 5, 6 of us at the table. It'll be kind of a little bit cramped, not much. So Scott, if you're up, I can't find the sponsors. I mean, I'm clicking on them, I just can't get them to show up anywhere. So you'll have to tell me, or when you get up, you'll have to show me how to get the sponsors, because I can't find them. I got too many screens to look at now. And we're adding another one, he said. We are going to add 3 new channels as soon as that gets set up. And I'm not sure the names of them, but there's a lot of different platforms. We are currently on 3 Facebook platforms, YouTube. We're going to be on Instagram, TikTok, and one other one for live videos. You have to pay for that, which we've already done, and we're waiting on them to get us set up. But right now, the possible reach is over 200,000. Memories alone is 131,000. With all the groups combined, we post on X, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Memories, 4 groups, and YouTube. Okay, so what's up? Anybody got anything? That George is in. Good morning. Tim is in. Robert's in. So anyway, Robert, yesterday, I really should have sent that to your wife. When she was over there talking to us, you were over at one of the other tables at the lunch club. We were talking about the bar that used to be there. And gosh, that thing was there forever. It was the Susu Lounge. It was a couple of doors down from Zeke's. I know. That was one of my last stops. That was when I was living in the Ridgely house. And this Saturday is our birthday party, 10 a.m. to 2 at Rex's Bar and Grill. Connie is in. Good morning. Jane is in. Good morning. So Rex's Bar and Grill is in the old Macaroni Grill building on University, next to Old South Pancake House. We're going to have several of the boxers there and other board members on the group and political people and regular people. James is in. So come early and stay late. Sherry Holt, I want to thank her for putting that thing together, working with Rex's people. So that will be Saturday. Thursday, we're interviewing Lanny Landcart, his daughter Kelly Landcart, Hal J, and Haywood will be joining me on the show. I've also reached out to Homer Robertson, who was the deputy chief, I think, of the fire department. He retired a couple of years ago. He's going to come on pretty soon. I'm going to send him some possible dates. So if you know somebody that we need to interview, we interview all kinds of people. somebody reached out to me the other day and said that they knew a gentleman that's still in good health, but he's in one of these retirement centers. But he was kind of head of the clowns for the Shrine Circus or for Masla for years. And he'd like to come on. Boy, I'd love to hear his stories. Those clowns used to make everybody feel better. I always used to thank the clowns that would be out there when they had the bull riders. You never went to the Susu? I did. That was a daily stop. You know, when they try to get the bull's attention, some of those clowns, that was a pretty hazardous job, but boy, the gimmicks, and when you go to the parade downtown, they'd have all of the clowns, and that was all volunteer stuff. That was all Shriners. In fact, Bo Bowden, I knew Bo pretty good. He was with the Drum and Bugle Corps, I think. He sold clothes out on Camp Bowie for many, many years. Bo was a good guy. I used to call him Santa Claus. He kind of looked like Santa Claus. Had a white beard. And, yeah. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I guess we don't have those clown deals anymore where people were getting robbed or beaten up or whatever. They were dressed up like clowns. I guess that was a phase that went away. I'll have, on my next live this morning, Scott will, let me try to call Scott, see if he's up. I hate, see if he'll answer. We got another monitor just for the sponsors. I wish that writing wasn't in blue and black. It's hard for me to read it. But anyway, yeah, Aaron, that's a pretty good idea. In fact, that's a real good idea. We have the Silver Sisters. They dress up in their patriotic uniforms. One of the banks, Jason Baldwin, what bank is that? They all wear their bank t-shirts. Trying to think what bank. Jason Fort Worth. Let's see what bank he's with. Whatever bank it is, he brought a ton of First Southwest Bank, I guess. No, Wells Fargo. That's right, Wells Fargo. And those gals all wore, and guys, there was men and women. I need to send him a message, make sure they're on board for this year. They did a great job. morning, Tom. Ginger. What year did what? What year did my aunt murder her family? 48. 1948. February 26th of 48, her daughter died. Dorothea was 26 years old. She had poisoned her. Then in November of 48, she poisoned her son-in-law, Richard Duke, and her husband, George Clark Belbury. So that's when her terrorist stream started. She didn't stop with those three. They started the trial in 49, and the new district attorney dropped the charges. Unbelievable. They had her dead to rights, but she passed polygraphs and all kinds of stuff. Truth serum. Yeah, you're talking about a nut job. She used to babysit my mother. She was older. Okay, so what else is going on? It's going to rain today. All day. We had a good lunch at Zeke's. We didn't have as big a crowd as we normally do, but we had 15 or 20 people there. Zeke's usually brings a crowd. The flooding it's in a recovery mode, I think is what I read yesterday. Uh-oh. Dennis Quaid said his daughter was at a summer camp in Kerrville. Let's see what that deal is. Dennis Quaid gives update on daughter Zoe, 17. It doesn't say if she survived it or what. Well, it doesn't say. Why didn't it say? Oh, his daughter was a few miles away, further north, so she was not at Camp Mystic. Surely that girl in that picture is not 17 years old. No, they never. I don't know that they've ever found Pat's brother or his family. There's another flood now. Yeah, Richard Carr told me yesterday. We talked on the phone. Where's my cursor deal at? How do you make that thing move up? Yeah, there's another flood right now. Your dad was a Shriner. Tom, how are you doing? If y'all need a good fancy pen, Tom Reynolds is the man. He makes them. I'm going to work on these cameras. I know they're probably not the best. The best that we can do. It's in Lampasas, yeah. And I think they're going to have more rain down there today. They can't get a break, no. This rain, I've been telling y'all all year, is ridiculous. It's about to put me out of business. So today it's 100% chance of rain. So there will absolutely be nobody want to bring a car tomorrow or the next day because they're scared it's going to rain again. I thought by July we'd be at 100-degree days, but we're not. This is what they call an El Nino year, I think. There ought to be a camera. I just have to adjust it. That's as good as we're going to get until I get up and start moving them around. Yes, I think Don Curry will be at the birthday party. I'm going to try to get Stevie Cruz there, Gene Hatcher, all of them. Manny Ramirez said he's going to come by in the morning. His wife had something planned for him Saturday afternoon, but I'm going to reach out to all of our city council members and mayor. So overnight, our new numbers is 3,500,000 views in 28 days. So let's see how that breaks down. 3,500,000. 3.5 million views in 28 days divided by 28. That's 125,000 views. People look at stuff we post every day. 125,000. Divide that by 24 hours in a day. Is that right? Yeah. 5,208 views every hour. Divide that by 60. 86 views per minute. Every minute of the day and night for 28 straight days. There's no other media platform that's even close to that. I looked WFAA up. One time they had 2 million views at one time. And that's because of y'all. Y'all, we post good stuff, and y'all are interested in the history and what's going on in Fort Worth. And I always tell people we're more than friends, we're family. Okay, here's Deborah Ferguson's deal. I've been sharing her deal because she has a lot of good information. We had her husband on a live video last year or year before. Okay. No, they can't get a break down there, Robert. I don't know what's going to happen. Richard Carr is down there at the Boot Ranch. He's been there for 2 or 3 weeks. He said that the cleanup's going real good, though. That they've done a bang-up job. Hold on, I'm answering. Okay. Do what now? Who is Deborah Ferguson's husband? Steve Lamb. He was on WBAP, but I don't think he's there anymore. I know he's not there anymore. He used to be on that morning show with Hal J and that group. What else? Anybody else got anything? So we will not eat anywhere on Saturday. We're going to eat at Rex's Bar and Grill. I want to see that thing filled up with people. And we'll be selling Fort Worth Memory caps. Maybe I might bring some t-shirts over there. But we'll do caps for sure. And maybe t-shirts. Yeah, I reached out to Daniel Cody. He's the one that generally brings Don by here and takes him to eat. Daniel and his daughter Daniela. And I asked him to stop by and bring Don, and I'll get a hold of Stevie, send him a message. I'll reach out. I reached out to Rudy Smedley. This year's Boxing in Cowtown event, I'm going to get some of those martial arts guys too. Like Rudy holds a bunch of belts, and Troy Dorsey. Rudy and Troy Dorsey are good friends, so I'm hoping I can get Troy there. He's one of the 6 champions that came out of Gorman's. So we had the Curry brothers, Donald Bruce, Gene Hatcher, Super Kid, which is Stevie Cruz, Paulie Ayala, and Troy Dorsey. There's no other city in the world that can say that. Nowhere. And they all trained out of one gym. Yeah, Steve Lamb was the sports guy on there, but he's not there anymore. In fact, that show's not the same as it used to be. I listened to it the other day. Talk radio is going through some changes, like newspaper, printed materials. If you're wasting money on printed advertising, you're throwing it away. There's nobody gets the views that we get, and it's cheap. $125 a month. I mean, how much cheaper do you want it? Yeah, go ahead. That back, we need to get those bikes moved somehow. Put those bikes, put them together, and so we can get more room over there. Yeah, and then when we finish that side, y'all can go home. We're not detailing anything today. Okay. Yeah, Paulie trained there. I say he trained there. Paul Reyes was one of his trainers. They all trained there. I don't know. Let me see if they sent me a message. I messaged him yesterday. No, I hadn't heard back from him. I'll reach out to Stevie this morning. On channel 5, their leading story is a nonprofit created after North Texas families' tragedy is helping those who lost children in Texas. the Bow Bear organization. Yeah, I'm sure I hadn't heard how much money has been. There's Victor. I haven't seen how much money has been raised, but I bet it's a ton. How much money has been raised for the Kerrville flooding? The Kerr County flood relief, just that one, has raised over $30 million. And I don't know how much George Strait's deal. HEB and James Avery Artesian Jewelry have HEB raised $2 million. That jewelry thing raised $500,000. Local businesses have $1.25 million. I thought George Strait gave $3.5 million. But some of that stuff you can't count on if it's going to be true or not. Anyway, they raised a bunch of money, but how much is your child's life worth? You know? God, I can't believe the Doobie Brothers are still around. One of them's going to leave the group. He's 73. The news is all bad. Phone, I guess, froze up. That won't do anything. I need to get a new phone. Okay, what else is going on? No, the South Texas feed is still separate from all these other ones. He's got the chats from YouTube and the Memories channels. Kent is in. The South Texas feed, there's 53 of y'all. Y'all are still on a different... We didn't address that Saturday. He didn't have enough time when he got here. We immediately went to work, or he did, went to work on setting all this up. And then we had to leave to go to the lunch club meeting. But he'll be here Thursday, and he might be here if we meet him another day. No, I hadn't forgot y'all. Y'all are in a distant screen. Kent, how are you doing? Hope all of y'all know the birthday party is Saturday at Rex's Bar and Grill, 10 a.m. to 2. So y'all come, find me, look me up. I'm gonna meet all of y'all that I don't already know. And I'm gonna try to get most of those boxers there. And we're gonna have the boxing and Cowtown program in September. But those guys need to come out. Well, I'm sure there'll be people there that want to buy them their lunch. Don Curry or Super Kid, Stevie Cruz or Gene Hatcher, Jay Strickland, all of them. I'm gonna send I've already reached out to most of them. Rudy Smedley. We're just gonna have a good time over there, boy. And there's plenty of TV screens and good food, finger food. And you want to have a draw beer? They've got that. I cannot do the sponsors because I don't think. Let me try it again. Maybe it suddenly started working. I click on them, but they don't show up that I can see. This screen over here, I don't know what the heck that thing is. It's a double screen in a screen. Oh, that's not a screen in a screen. That's a... Oh, that was a video that was down to little size. I kept wondering, what in the heck is that? Okay, so... if you try to send me an email, I got 173 emails since yesterday. Since Saturday. And they just get buried. I have no clue. Best way is I post my phone number all the time. Just call me or text me. I get a lot of texts, but okay. So I'm gonna go over here and direct these gals to consolidating a bunch of stuff in the detail part, and then send them home. No details today. I don't have a clue how to sign off all of this stuff.